So we're going to be looking today at combining like terms, and if you will look in your notes on a previous page from our vocabulary, it says like terms, and it gives us an example here. And it says terms that have the exact same variable and the exact same exponent. So if you look at this, 4a to the second has the same exponent as minus 7a to the second. So when we combine those, it makes negative 3a to the second. 5b and 3b have the same exact variable, so we can combine them to 8b. 2a does not have any like terms, so we just bring that on down and write it again. Same thing with subtract 5. It has no other like terms, so we bring that down. So our expression in simplest form is negative 3a to the second plus 8b plus 2a minus 5. So on our page here, we're going to practice combining like terms using expressions. (5x plus 3x has the exact same variable, so we just add the coefficients there because that says add. So in simplest form, this expression is 8x. 6a to the second and minus a to the second, exact same variable, exact same exponent, so we can combine these. So 6a to the second minus a to the second is a 5a to the second plus 16. 16 has no like terms, so we just write it down there again. 4a to the second plus 5a plus 14b. There are no like terms here. So this is the expression in its simplest form. 4x plus 5x has the exact same variable. They are like terms. I can combine them. So 4 plus 5 is 9x. 4x plus 5x is 9x. 32y minus 5y. Exact same variable, so they are like terms. I subtract the coefficients. 32 minus 5 is 27y. 4c to the second plus 5c plus 2c. 4c to the second has no like terms here. They have the same variable, but that variable does not have the same exponent there. It has that 2. So I'm just going to rewrite 4c to the second here plus 5c plus 2c. Those two have the exact same variable with the exact same exponent, so they are like terms. I can combine them. So this is 5c plus 2c is 7c. 5d to the second minus 3d to the second plus d. These are like terms, exact same variable, exact same exponent. 5d to the second minus 3d to the second is 2d to the second power plus d. It does not have any like terms, so we just write plus d again. 5f to the second plus 2f plus f to the second. We've got like terms there, 5f to the second and f to the second. You add those together, that's what's in front here, so that will be 6f to the second. 2f has no like terms, so we just write it again, plus 2f. 7x plus 8x to the second plus a negative 3y. We've got x, x to the second, and y. We have no like terms on this particular expression. Therefore, this is this expression in its simplest form. Next one, we get to use some distributive property. But before we do that, we have minus 2 plus 9. Those can combine because they have the exact same variable. They don't have one. So minus 2 plus 9 is a positive 7. And we've also got p and 9q here. Those are not like terms, so we can't do anything else with that. And we've got plus a 14p here. Now, here comes where I distribute. 3 times p, 3 times 9q, and 3 times 7. 3 times p is 3p. 3 times 9q is 27q. 3 times 7 is 21. I do not distribute the 3 to this 14p because it is not inside the parentheses. My like terms are plus 14p and 3p. So we're going to have 17p plus 27q plus 21. Next, 6b, 6b to the second, 4b to the third. b to the second, b to the third. I have the same variables, however, each of those variables has a different exponent. Therefore, there are no like terms for this expression. This expression is already in simplest form. Last one we have for the expression side of things. We've got a2 parentheses a to the second plus 2b plus 2a to the second, close your parentheses, plus b plus 2c. All right, now before we can distribute, we should go ahead and combine our like terms. So 2 parentheses a to the second plus 2a to the second is 3a to the second plus 2b plus b plus 2c. Bring on down the rest of that stuff. Distribute your 2 to everything inside the parentheses. 2 times 3a to the second is going to be 6a to the second. 2 times 2b is 4b. We have more like terms right there. So in simplest form, we're going to have 6a to the second plus 5b plus 2c. The 5b comes from adding the 4b and another b. Together makes 5b. So there we have how to combine like terms if we're dealing with expressions. We will also have the situation where we will have to combine like terms in equations before we can solve it. So here we have 14n, and in front of that 7n is a subtract, a minus. So I combine these like terms. 14n minus 7n is 7n. The plus 2 is still there. Now I have a two-step equation. Subtract 2 from both sides. I'm going to have 7n is equal to 35. Divide by 7. Divide by 7. N is equal to 5. Again, combine your like terms here. We have 4p minus 2p. So that will be, bring down your 1, your equals, your negative 3. 4p minus 2p is a positive 2p. We have a two-step equation now. Isolate my variable by adding 3 to both sides. When I add 3 to both sides, I get 4 is equal to 2p. Divide both sides by 2. And 2 is equal to p. On this one, we distribute. 15 equals 2q. And 2 times 4 is 8. And then the 3 is not inside the parentheses, so we just bring that on down. From there, the 8 and the 3 are like terms. So 15 is equal to 2q plus 11. Two-step equation, subtract 11 from both sides. We get 4 is equal to 2q. Divide by 2, divide by 2. 2 is equal to q. Next problem, 18w minus 10 minus 6w equals 50. My like terms are 18w, and in front of that 6, w is a subtract. So that means I'm going to do 18w minus 6w is 12w. Bring down your subtract 10 equals 50. It's a two-step equation. Add 10 to both sides. 12w is equal to 60. Divide by 12. Divide by 12. W is equal to 5. Next, we have 10x minus 11 minus 4x equals 43. Like terms are the x's, and in front of that 4x we have a subtraction. So 10x minus 4x is 6x. Bring down your subtract 11 equals 43. Two-step equation, we add 11 to both sides. 6x is equal to 54. Divide by 6, divide by 6. X is equal to 9. Next question. There are different ways you could approach this one. I would suggest by getting rid of the 12, and the 12 is actually a positive if you look in front of it. So I subtract 12 from both sides, and I'm going to have a negative, parentheses, x plus 3 is equal to negative 2. Now, I want to get rid of that negative so I don't have to worry about distributing it, this one right here. So I'm going to multiply by negative 1. Both sides, get rid of it so I don't have to worry about it anymore. So x plus 3 is equal to 2. Subtract 3, and x is equal to negative 1. Now if you go back and check that, and you say 12 minus negative 1 plus 3 should be equal to 10. So 12, negative 1 plus 3 is a 2. And that is equal to 10. And that is supposed to be equal to 10. So I am fair and balanced on that. So that's an option of how you could approach that. Next one, b plus 18 plus 3b is equal to 74. Like terms are b and plus 3b. Look at what's in front of it. So b plus a 3b is 4b. Bring down your plus 18 is equal to 74. Subtract 18 from both sides. And we're going to have 4b is left over here. 56. Divide both sides by 4. And b is equal to, let's do 56 divided by 4. I think it's 14. And it is. Alright, last one. 19 is equal to 5n plus 7 minus 3n. Our like terms are 5n and subtract 3n. Look at what's in front of it, the operation. So 19 is equal to 5n minus 3n is 2n. Bring down your plus 7. You got a two-step equation. Subtract 7 from both sides. You got 12 is equal to 2n. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. 6 is equal to n. And that is how we solve equations when we have the situation of having to combine like terms. That's all we have for combining like terms using expressions and equations. Thanks for listening.